in case anybody misses. And now there's an echo. I forget who was our echo person last time. Do you guys remember? Remember there was somebody who had the echo on their side. Maybe it was the other class. Um, anyway, I think I've got you all pictured. Okay, it's good. Now, there's a t-shirt that I really love, and the t-shirt says, there are does anybody want to read that for me? Adalia.
There are 10 kinds of people in the world, those who know base 2 and those who don't.
Now, what is odd about that t-shirt, which I think is really kind of strange? Rafa, what do you think?
It only shows 2 kinds of people, but 10 is 2 in base 2.
Ah, so guys, and Adalia, it's interesting, but when you read 10, we think of this number as 10, but that number is not 10. That number is actually a 2 in base 10. Now we're going to be talking about that today, and it's really, really kind of cool. So let me talk about base 10 first. Can anybody tell me why we are base 10 number system? Does anybody know what it even means to be base 10? Nobody has an idea? And I'm kind of thinking, like, sometimes I just look at my fingers, and sometimes I look at my toes, and I wonder, does that have anything to do with our number system? What do you guys think? Elliot, what do you think, buddy?
We use the base 10 system because we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 before we go back to 0.
Ooh, I like that explanation. Hannah, what do you think? And Claire, I'm going to call on you next, so I want you thinking. Hannah, just say anything that comes to your mind about base 10. Like, I'll even write the number 123 in base 10. What does that mean? Anybody want to help? Go ahead, Adalia.
I'm not sure if this is what you're looking for, but 100, 2 10s, and 3 1s.
Yeah, guys, this is the ones place. This is in the tens place. This is in the hundreds place. If you read these, there are 3 1s, there are 2 10s, and there are 1 100. Add them together, and you get 123. That's what it means to be in the base 10 number system. Now, what does it mean to be in the base 2 number system? And Rafa, why don't you take this?
Base 2 is basically each digit can only be one of two different digits. It can only be 0 and 1.
That is true. But do you remember what Elliot said before about base 10? He was thinking about base 10, and he said that we can use the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 before we reset. Now, guys, watch this. The first place value, 1, 10, 100, 1,000. Who can tell me what's happening before we get to the next place value? What's happening to these numbers, guys?
It was 0.
Yeah, but you can't just say add a 0. You add a 0 to something, you have the same thing. Wait, I can't hear you, Hannah. Oh, Claire, sorry, Claire.
They're getting multiplied by 10.
Yes, guys, times 10, times 10, times 10, times 10. The next place value is always going to be times 10. Why? Because we're in base 10. What do you think about base 2? We start out always with a 1.
8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 500.
Wait, Elliot, do it one more time. Go.
1, 2, 4, 8, 6, no, 16, 32, 50, 64, 128, 256, 500.
Now, I agree with you. Now, do you remember the t-shirt? There are 10 people in the world. This is base 2. How many 2s do we have here? How many 2s?
5.
How many 2s?
1.
1. And how many 1s do we have?
0.
And 2 plus 0 is 2. So the number 10 in base 2 is the same as the number 2 in base 10. Now, who can tell me, what about the number, I don't know, 101001 in base 2? Remember, this is not 1,010,101. It is simply 101001. Who thinks they can do that? Everybody write it down, please. Everybody write it down. You're going to be adding 64 to 16 to 4 and to 1. Now let's do it on 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
85.
40.
What is that number, guys? Come on. 4 and 6 is 10. That's
14.
15. What's our number?
85.
Yep. The number 85 in base 10 is the number 101001 in base 2. Now, who would like to see a really cool way of finding that base 2 number? Would anybody like a special method?
I remember the cake method.
Yes. Now, let's talk about the cake method. We're going to do this. We are going to do a page. We're going to write down the number 85. Everybody do it at the bottom of a blank piece of paper. And all we're going to do,
1011 in base 9 is 343,
we'll have to look at that.
or it's the other way around.
Everybody
Yes,
write
yes.
down 85 in base 10 and divide it by 2. All right. Everybody go. 2 into 8,
4,
2 into 5,
2, remainder 1.
remainder of 1. Do it again. Come on. 2 into 42 is?
2,
Come on. 2 goes into 4.
21.
21. Remainder of?
0.
0. Now, wait. Did I just lose Hannah? I hope she comes back. Okay. So let's do the next one. 2 goes into 21. Come on. 2 goes into 1. 2 one time. 2 goes into 1. How many times?
1.
0, remainder 1.
0, remainder 1.
85.
2 goes into 10.
5 times.
Remainder,
Nothing.
we say 0. Come on. 2 goes into 5.
Twice.
It's the remainder of 1.
Yes, just stay up here. Remainder,
1.
and 2 goes into 2.
Once.
Remainder,
Nothing. 0.
and what does the cherry on top of the cake look like? 2 goes into 1 how many times?
0.
0 times with a remainder of?
1.
Indefinite.
No. What number did we not use?
1.
0.
The number 1. And now, guys, the number 1010101 in base 2 is equivalent to 85. Now, Elliot, what was the number? What was the number that you just suggested in base 9, I thought?
1011 in base 9, I got 343.
1011 in base, are you saying 1011 in base 10?
No.
It's 343
is
in base.
9.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I divided it by 9.
All right. You know what? I want everybody to try that. Let's divide this by 9. Everybody get going. So, does anybody have a similar answer to Mr. Kramer's, which is that the number 1011 in base 10 is equal to 1222 in base 9? Elliot, did you get that when you retried it?
Well, actually, 1011 is 100 divided by 9 is 112.
Say that again, please.
I got from 1011 divided by 9 is 112.
No,
I got that.
I get
I also got
1. I get 1. Oh, yes, it is 112. I agree with that. So let's fix this. Nice job, Elliot. Nice job. So we've got 1. Carry the 1 is 1. Carry the 2 is 2. Remainder
3.
3. Very nice. And then 9, 1, 2. Help me.
Remainder 4.
4.
Nice. And 9.
1,
1 remainder.
3, 0.
And 9. 0. Remainder
1.
1. So the actual answer is,
I just forgot the 1.
so the number 1343 base 9. Now, let's see if it works, guys. Who can give me the place values for base 9? I'm going to need 4 of them. Who can supply me the 4 place values for base 9? You're going to have to do times 9, times 9, times 9. Well, who can do the first one? The first one's easy. Claire, go.
9.
And Adalia, next one.
81.
729.
And Rafa.
729.
And just think 81 or 80 plus 1 times 9 is 270 plus 9. I mean, 720 plus 9.
729.
Nice. Now, everybody write down those numbers, the place values, and then the digits 1, 3, 4, 3.
What?
Now, we have 729. We have 381s. Who knows what is 381s? Raise your hand, please. And 381s.
273.
Well, I don't want you to call it out, and that is not correct, but please don't call it out. Raise your hand. If you got 381s, I'd love to see it. Okay, go Claire.
I actually forgot.
Well, write it down. That's why mathematicians must write it down. Imagine if Einstein just thought about his stuff, he never would have remembered.
243.
Of course. And what is 4, 9, Elliot?
36.
And what is 1, 3?
3.
And everybody, let's do it. 6, 9, 6 and 3 is 9, plus 9 is 18. 18 and 3 is
21.
21. 7 plus 4 is 11. And 1, 7 and 2 make
10.
10.
amazing. Amazing. So your base 10 number for 1343 in base 9 is 1111. Now, I want to ask you guys a question about a different base. So the base I want to talk about is base 3. What do you know about all multiples of 3? And let's just list them like 3. Help me out, guys. 3, 6, 9,
Every single multiple of
12.
3
Help me out, please.
21,
Keep going.
24,
Faster, guys. Faster.
30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45,
66,
48, 51,
9, 72,
54, 57,
81,
60, 63,
All right,
66.
everybody stop right there. Now, who can tell me something that they notice about base 3? We're going to start with Adalia, then Elliot, then hopefully Rafa will raise his hand, and Claire. Go for it.
I knew this before, but all the digits, if you add them up, you get a multiple of 3.
Yay.
I completely agree. And Elliot, can you add anything to that in terms of a pattern of such sums?
It's kind of like 9.
Well, it
Nine's
actually
multiple
is the same construct as 9. Rafa, what do you think? Do you see a pattern?
All of these numbers, the digits won't add up to a number higher than 12.
Well, that is true. That's an interesting pattern. Claire, what do you notice?
The answer goes 369, 369, and then 369 again.
Wow. And
Oh.
Adalia, what else do you notice?
I was going to say the same thing, except that it goes to, oh great, I forgot how many, but it stops at 36.
Wait, can you
Sort of.
explain why it stops?
Because at 39 it goes above. Like instead of circling back to 3, it goes up to 12.
Yeah, but let me ask you guys a question.
Oh.
What about
12
is
is
it
1 and 2.
12?
If you add 1 and 2, it's 3.
Yeah, guys, this pattern does not break. This pattern never.
It just starts getting longer.
It never breaks. It goes 3, 6, 9 all the way till infinity multiples of 3. Now, can anybody now give me the place values for base 3? And what I want you to do is I want you to write out, why don't we write out like 9 place values? So I want you to write out 9 place values. You know what? Let's do 10. And I'm going to grab a water. Be right back, but I can hear everything you say if you have a question. By the way, if you get to 10 place values for 3, keep going. Why stop there? And remember, guys, you should be doing this manually, not by calculator. Really, really important. Doing it by calculator will not teach you anything. Well, it will teach you how to key in numbers.
Did you know 1 million times 1 million is the highest you can go on Google? If you put in one extra zero, it is 1.0E13 or 13.
So 1 million times 1 million, which is 10 to the 12th power. Maybe that's because there's only 13 digits that you can get, Elliot. So that would be 1 million, which is 1 million billion. That would be 1
I was
trillion.
curious because I searched what is the highest number, and it just said Google with the power.
Yeah.
So I decided to do 1 million to the 1 millionth power.
Oh, wait a minute. That's different than 1 million times 1 million. What are we talking about here?
I didn't know how to do it, so I just did 1 million times 1 million. And you can't go higher than that. You can't do 1 million times 10 million. It doesn't allow you to. It just 10 or 1.0.
Yeah, I'm doing this right now. No, it works fine. If you do 1 million times 10 million, it gives you 1 times 10 to the 13th power. That's how it gives you the answer in Google. Okay, did everybody get the place values that Mr. Kramer got? Claire, are you coming back to us?
I'm on 9, but yes, so far I have.
So far, so good. Does anybody disagree with any of my powers of 3? Now, I want to ask you a question. If I wrote down a number, you ready? 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0.
Actually, there is a cap. If you go higher than try to go higher than the first time, then 1.0E95, nothing appears.
Yeah, now that is actually 10 to the 95th power, which is a 1 with 95 zeros after it. So, but let's focus on this. We can talk about that another time as it's a very special subject. But what can you guys tell me about this? About the number I just wrote down? Who can explain what a 1 followed by 9 zeros actually means? Adaya?
19,683.
But you have to always say the base.
Base 3.
Do you think that number is base 3?
No, sorry, base 10.
I don't know. Who else can give an idea here? This number here equals the 1,0,0,0,1. I'm sorry, 0,0,0,0,0,0. What bases are we talking about here? Rafa? Claire, what do you think? Anybody have an idea? Adalia threw out an idea. She said base 3, base 10. Which one's which?
I
Rafa,
don't know.
unmute yourself.
The
Claire,
first
unmute yourself.
19,683 is base 3. I mean, no, base 10. And the 1 billion is base 3.
Ah, is this number 1 billion, guys?
It's base 3, but not.
We do not call it 1 billion. So Rafa is right. 19,683 is base 10, but 1 with 9 zeros, that is base 3, and we don't call it a billion. We don't call it a billion. Now, you might say, Kramer, let's prove that this is true. So everybody go to a blank page and go really far down on the page because you really want a lot of room here. And we're going to write 19,683 divided, that's base 10, divided by 3. And I want all of your remainders. Go all the way until you get to the cherry on top. So get started. And in about 5 minutes, I am going to go as fast as I can to get to that cherry. So I'm going to move that to single page display. I'll do the first one just to make sure you guys are on task. 6 remainder 1, 5 remainder 1, 6 no remainder, 1 remainder 0. And if anybody has a question, great time to ask it. Elliot, you working this?
I'm just looking.
No. Pick up that pencil, man. Only real mathematicians are those with a pencil. Anybody who does the mental math, that's not mathematics. It's a thought exercise. Very famous philosopher and mathematician Aristotle was not actually very good at math because all he did was think about it. but Plato wrote everything down.
So Aristotle wasn't a good mathematician.
No, he was wrong about a lot of things. Everybody thought he was the smartest person in the world, but it's because he didn't write it down. That was a problem. And Socrates didn't write anything down. And we have Plato to thank because Plato wrote down everything he learned from Socrates.
Aristotle's IQ was average.
Say again?
Aristotle's IQ was average.
Well, I'm not sure what average is. I know half the people have below average IQs and half the people have above average. Do you know that on this call, if Hannah were included, there would be 6 of us? Half of us technically have to be below average in our own group, and half of us are above average. I would definitely be in the below average group with this crowd. But
that wouldn't necessarily be true.
Oh, I know my students pretty well, and you guys are pretty awesome. But every population, half the people in the population, you look at a class of 20 people, 10 of those people are below average, and 10 of those people are above
What if
average.
you purposely get people who have above? Oh wait,
It doesn't matter.
Above and below average for that specific group, right?
Yeah,
What
but if you have 20 above average people and you put them in a room, half of them are already below average. Yes, Adalia.
Could, like, it would be really, really incredibly unlikely, but couldn't technically everyone be exactly average and then no one would be either above or below?
You know, Adalia, that's a really amazing thought. In fact,
Unless people try to get dumb and people try to get smart.
well, there are actually some political systems, Adalia, like communism, where they really wanted everybody to be the same. Everybody would wear the same gray outfits. I'm thinking of China during Mao Zedong's reign. There's a lot of really interesting stories about that. But Adalia, what do you think? Do you think everybody has the same abilities?
No.
No. I mean, do you know that every time I'm holding a basketball, I try to dunk a basketball? And do you know how many times I've successfully dunked a basketball?
No.
48?
0 times. So I am clearly below average in the art of dunking a basketball and many other activities as well.
So am I. I'm not tall enough.
Now, Elliot, I'm not sure if you're doing this math.
I am.
So make sure you're doing it, okay? So I told you at the 5-minute mark that I would begin to race to do these. Notice how Mr. Kramer always writes everything down, because that is the art of mathematics. How many of you got to the cherry on top?
I did.
All zeros.
I did.
I got distracted and I'm not there yet.
That's okay. Now I have a question for you. All of you. Do you notice anything amazing about the numbers that we have? Let's see if I can. What's going on?
The numbers are
With
the
these
same.
numbers.
And
Claire, go ahead.
the numbers are the same as the ones in the place value.
Yes. Guys, look at it. Every single quotient, every answer to every division is the same as the what?
Place value?
As the place value. That's right. Pretty amazing. Now I've got a bigger challenge. Are you ready? Now, some of you are not going to like this, and some of you are. I want to know what is the base 10 number for the base 3 number 2222222.
Huh?
Make sure you count the number of twos, and I want you to give me the base 10 number.
So we divide it by 3.
No, this is the base 3 number. You need to be able to tell me what that is. So you know that this is I'll write it out over here. It's a 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. That is your number. So you're going to have to add 2 729s plus 2 243s. All the way down.
Okay.
You working this, Rafa?
Mhm.
And are you writing it down, Rafa? Because I don't see your pencil moving. And when I don't see that, I get nervous. I worry that students are becoming like Aristotle and not going to be helpful. And you might also watch how I connect these numbers.
Is that all you have to do?
All you have to do.
figured it out. I figured it out.
Good. Don't say it out loud.
Okay.
Make sure everybody has an opportunity yet.
Mr. Payne, I got
Yes.
2,000. I got a different answer than you.
And what number did you get?
2,187.
I see. And can you tell me what your carry was in the tens column?
Actually, I think I got 2,186.
Oh, so you did get 2186?
Yeah, I added something wrong.
Oh, no worries. And please unmute yourself. Don't mute yourself. I like when students don't have to keep hitting the buttons. It's really cool. Did anybody else? Yeah, Adaya?
I got 2,194. Wait, no, 96.
So when you did 2,196, did you have a 12288442225 in the tens column?
Where did you get 18?
Oh, that was 2 nines. I was a little lazy, Elliot, and I didn't write out the 2 nines or the 2 threes or the 2 ones. I
So
could
it's
have
just-
started that up
Yeah.
here at 486 or
But
6 or 162, etc. Now, does anybody see how we could have gotten this answer in one
Oh.
split second without doing any work?
We could have looked at the next base number.
Yeah, guys, everybody look at 2187. Isn't this one less?
Yeah.
So everybody, we know that this one is 2186 in base 10. Now, because you know this now, watch what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You ready? I want everybody to write down the answer. I want everybody to write down the answer to 222, 222, 222. That's 9 twos in base 3. And I bet you can write the answer down in 1 split second. Well, maybe not 1 second. Maybe it'll take 3 seconds because there are 5 digits in the answer. Who can share what they got? Rafa?
19,682.
Does everybody agree? And so if you notice what Claire noticed about the answer to our question, you can do this at any time you want. Now, here's the big challenge. You guys are not going to finish this before the end of class. But what I want you to do is I want you to write down 1900,682 in base 10, and I want you to convert that to base 3.
Okay.
So everybody get going. And I'll give you a little push. And by the way, if anybody bakes a tiered cake and writes these numbers on it, I will take a picture of it and post it on my website and send it around to everybody. Because a lot of kids love cake and they love math. And this is a great way to kind of put it together. But you've got to get some special instrument to make letters on the cake. Does anybody have that in their house? You can actually make it out of a cone. So if you take part of a circle and maybe some material and you fold it into a cone and then cut off a little hole at the end, you can put the icing in the cone and squeeze it out onto the cake. Now, I'm not much of a baker, but I know how to make my cones.
Okay.
Can I go get my charger quickly? My computer's about to die.
Absolutely, you never have to ask. Chargers are critical. Without energy, we are nowhere. Can I interrupt you guys for 1 minute, please? Can you tell me anything you see in all of the answers? Not,
They're like
not
they're really close to the ones up there.
wait. What do you mean really close? I want specificity, Elliot. I want exactitude. What do you think, Elliot? How close, my friend?
They one off.
Yeah, guys, every one of the quotients, the answers, is one less than the place value. How crazy is that? This is like the coolest thing I've ever seen. So you know the next one's going to be 26, remainder 2. You know the next one's going to be what, guys? Come on, guys. 8, remainder 2, which is 1 less than 9. The next one's going to be 1 less than 3.
It's 2.
And the next one's going to be 1 less than 1.
0. 0.
0.
With the remainder of 2. So that would be maybe one of the coolest takes.
I got 2 1. Well, either 2 2 2 2 2 1 2 1 2 or 2 1 2 1 2 2 2 2 2. Because from 19682 I got 6550.
Wait a minute. So tell me where yours is different than mine. Tell me when to stop.
They look exactly the same.
So you did get all 2s. If it's exactly the same, it's all 2s. But if it's different, you need to tell me.
Well, my remainder in that I got in when I was doing the math for 6-5.
Oh, 6560. You got a different remainder?
Well, I got the same remainder, but I got 10 off.
Ah. So I hope you guys have the greatest 2 weeks. Everybody look up for a minute, please. And the reason is, I want to tell you, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm going to share a link with your parents. And that link will allow you to follow me and my family and my boat as we go up the coast of the United States. So we're taking it 1,500 miles on a trip through many, many hundreds and hundreds of cities. And we will be traveling on the ocean a lot, but also in these wonderful rivers and canals. So I hope that maybe I can do that. You guys can follow. We got a drone so I can take pictures of up above and what we see. And hopefully everybody will have something interesting to notice mathematically. Okay, guys, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Say goodbye to your buddies, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Take care. See you in 2 weeks.